Again, we'll see if he's going to go on the bottom left. So he's going to feel pretty relieved to see this, I think. You know, there's nothing aggressive, but he has already wasted the money on the cannons a little bit at his front. But luckily against a Hydra build, you know, heavy Hydra build, you're going to need those cannons probably eventually anyways. So everything pretty much just going for the norm. BeSt's going to want to get Templars out as soon as he can to get Storm, and meanwhile, Type B is just going to macro up to try to meet the Protoss' economy.
I wonder if Type B is going to go for a Lurker build here, because he is getting the gas-only expansion with 2 gases that is just going to be huge. I mean, with that, he is going to have 5 gases total with 4 bases, and we do see going around and getting a nice scout.
Well, check this out. One thing BeSt is doing, he's upgrading range right now. Or I'm sorry, not range, but plus one for his air, it looks like. So BeSt might be doing a Corsair Reaver build here. He's already got 2 Corsairs out. Corsair Reaver is really effective against a mass Hydra build, but it just takes a lot of micro. I mean, I wouldn't even ever try it, period. I mean, it just takes, you know, Protoss versus Zerg, I feel like, for me anyways, as a Protoss player, is really micro-intensive. I just feel like I got to do so much more. I got to watch my Corsairs, make sure they're not getting scourged, you know, watch my scout, just so much more. So to add on top of that, you know, the Corsair control and watching the Reaver and the shuttle just makes it really difficult. But BeSt is a high-caliber player. He can pick it up, pull it off. We do see that, wow, Type B taking advantage of that gas expansion there, getting double gas, which I think you already mentioned earlier, so he's getting a lot of gases.
You know what? I think we may be seeing a Guardian build, to be honest. We have yet to see any sort of Hydralisk Den or anything. He's getting a ton of Mutalisks. I think he's going to go in. A shuttle coming in. Now, this is exactly what should have been done last game. We're going to see a shuttle harass. Now, if he can pick this off, this is going to be big. He is going to be able to pick this off, although he's going to, well, he's not going to pick it off.
Slow reaction, though.
Yeah.
Shuttles are pretty slow, but those Zealots are already in there. He's going straight for the hatchery. I don't know if he should be doing that, because I don't think Mutas is going to pick him off. But here come all the Corsairs, and this is actually a really good counter to all these Mutas, so this could be pretty bad for Type B. If you mentioned if he is actually going for Guardians, this could be bad, and it looks like he's not going to be able to get that hatchery right now, but he does have all these Corsairs coming in. He might be able to mess up these Mulas, and it looks like, no, the Corsairs are just staying back with the Reaver. Now, I'm a little concerned here, just a little bit. I mean, BeSt is such a high-caliber player, and another expansion going up for Type B.
Gas.
And 2 Stargates for BeSt, so he is really committed to this build. I was going to say I'm a little concerned for BeSt because, honestly, out of all the Protoss Dragons, I feel that BeSt is the worst at Corsair Reaver. I've seen him do it. I saw him do it on July. It was on Andromeda against July, and he was just so timid. I mean, you know, July had Scourge around everywhere, and BeSt just never moved out. He was just so scared, and obviously, you know, losing to July in the Ever OSL probably makes BeSt wet himself every time he has to go play against July. But still, I mean, he's going to be a lot more confident against a player like Type B. But if Type B's micro is down and he's controlling, you know, you already saw those Scourge around the map, it's really hard. And BeSt, like I said, I think in the past he's been really timid with this build. So it's going to come down to balls here, and BeSt needs to just suck it up and move out, you know, with this Corsair Reaver. If he does, then I certainly think he has the micro to pull it off. But like I said, it's not a build that I think that he's strong at. And honestly, BeSt is only 51% against Zerg. It's his worst matchup, and that might be one of the reasons why.
You know what? I think what we need to see is some scouts here from BeSt. You know, counter the air build. Now, you know what? You may laugh at me. Scouts can do some really good damage. I mean, we are going to see Guardians. We are going to see probably Devourers. But, you know, whatever. We're not going to see scouts because nobody does scouts, and I just like to play it, and I'm not even a Protoss player. Now, BeSt is doing the right thing. Well, okay. He's getting a lot of Corsairs, and if he goes Corsair Reaver, I mean, the Reaver's really not going to come into the play unless he's dropping into bases to do harassing, because this is all air. I mean, you can see this here.
A really good map, though, for this. I think BeSt is doing a really smart build on this map because there's so many expansions spread out across the map. You can run in there, drop a shuttle, get a bunch of drones, and get out before the Mutalisks even have time to react. Now, the counter to that is all the Scourge everywhere that Type B has. And both players just kind of moving their units around. BeSt just has so many Corsairs, though, with a +1 upgrade. They're going to be so powerful. They can just melt Scourge, as you saw there, before they even get there. It looks like a huge flock of Mutalisks, and Mutalisks are upgraded carapace, don't have the +1 upgrade attack. But we are going to see the Reaver drop, and this is what I'm talking about. You can get in here and get a few kills and pretty much get out. It looks like he's going to say, oh, but the Reaver goes down. Mulus sniped, and it looks like, whoa, is this a double drop going on?
Yeah, double drop.
Both times, and Zealot's doing tons of damage. I couldn't even see there. BeSt doing an awesome job, and he takes out that hatchery.
Lost it.
So, lost a Reaver in the process. But man, look at that force of Corsairs. I mean, I don't think those Mutalisks can take it on. I mean, that's a giant force of Mutalisks, but honestly, that's a ton of Corsairs with +1 attack.
Well, especially if oh man, it's getting really close. Now you realize this is giving the time to Type B to target every one of those Scourges and to target individually, and you do not want to be running from Mutalisks. You never want to be running from Mutalisks.
Yeah, but he's got the cannon.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Huge battle going on here. I have no idea what's going to happen. The Scourge are coming in late. Scourge are going to get completely taken out. Type B losing that battle, having to retreat, and this is just crazy. I mean, this is all air completely. Oh, and here we have a huge battle going in, and now Type B is running away. Those Corsairs are just far too powerful. Now Type B has no upgrades. I can't see very well from the thing. I don't think he has any air upgrades going on. Meanwhile,
Type B's got Carapace. He might also have +1 attack. I'm not sure, but yeah, BeSt has had +1 for a while. Seeing all those Mutalisks out, he might actually be already teching to +2. But just so many Corsairs. I mean, that is just so many Corsairs. I really think Type B is going to have to switch to Hydralisk or something. He's just too far behind right now. I mean, unless he does a really good job with his Scourge, he looks like he's going to persist. This is just Jaedong status, double grouped Mutalisks. But, you know, against a Protoss with all these Corsairs, it's just the perfect counter to it. And BeSt just doing a great job. Wow, he's going to run his Reaver all the way in there. Shuttle all the way in there. Mutalisks are separated. Type B not doing a good job. He has all these Mutalisks, but they're just going to melt to that splash damage. Look at that splash damage taking effect. And wow.
Oh my god.
That is game
Pimpus
right
play,
there.
Baby.
That is game. Pimpus build. BeSt laying the smackdown. And that is what he needs right there to take out Type B in this series. I mean, Type B is just going to feel so... just at a disadvantage, just crushed right now. I mean, he was so excited by winning that first game, but that was just the hammer. That was hammer time right there.
That was hammer time.
He just got hammered down.
He did. He got hammered. Hammer time. No ground at all. And to be honest, I think whenever you do a build where it is completely air or completely ground with nothing, well, completely air is always a risk. And by having no ground at all whatsoever, those are Corsairs. They cannot attack Hydralisks. All he needed was, you know, maybe a control group of Hydralisks, and he could have come out on top of that.
The problem is, though, BeSt still could have gone around and just killed Overlords at will, you know, so you've got to have the air dominance in that situation. I mean, Type B had to build tons of Scourge, but there's just no way he's going to be able to kill that many Corsairs, especially in the hands of such a competent player like BeSt. So, great game. Let's see what happens in Game 3.
Yeah, we're going to move on here. This has been very exciting, and it's either going to be a huge upset or something impressive from BeSt. We'll see what happens.